Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the styling videos that I mentioned I wanted to get back into doing in November. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that December is done and all of my vlogmases are out there in the world and we're well into January. In fact, it's probably almost February now. Where is this year going? I mentioned that I wanted to start putting out a few more sit down and styling videos, and this week I've got 2 vlogs going live, so I thought why not come in with a bonus Sunday video. And I have not made this video for about 4 years. I think I made my first wardrobe essentials video 4 years ago, and to think that I have been on YouTube that long is impressive. I mean, I still feel like such a newbie to this, and I don't know why that is, but I think I've always felt that way. But today I'm doing a little bit of a twist, and I plan on really injecting a little bit more of my own style into these videos in terms of how things have changed. I am definitely a classic, timeless style lover, and I've made enough trend-driven mistakes in my career to know that I really tried to move away from that side of fashion. I look at a lot of fashion nowadays, and more than anything, I'm sort of a bit, maybe it's my age, I think maybe it's my age, but I'm left scratching my head a lot of the time because I'm just thinking to myself, how many times am I going to actually wear that? What is the longevity of that piece? And I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect at this, by no means, but I am going to be sharing the things that I'm doing and the way that I'm styling things. And that doesn't mean that I will be perfection. That's not what my channel is about, but hopefully I can make a few mistakes so that you guys hopefully don't have to. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of my winter classic timeless essentials that I have loved and are still loving as we go into the really cold months of February. I know that I've been doing a lot more vlogging recently, so the best way to show me whether you want to see these videos is to either hit the subscribe button, to comment down below telling me how much you love them, and also giving the video a thumbs up because it really does help. Otherwise, what's the point in me making them if you're not enjoying them? Because I know what I've got in my wardrobe. Anyway, let's get into the video. First things first, I've got a rail and a little edit of the items that I'm going to be showing you today, and I'm going to talk you through them, and then hopefully on this side here I will be able to show you the items styled up in my little cutaway section here, so that you can see how I wear them and how I style them up with items from my wardrobe. So item number 1, I've got 2 coats here because I feel like I want to have a few little options to show you, but this piece is actually from my first ever edit with Karen Millen. It's still got the label in. Am I the only person that does that? That I just put things in my wardrobe and then take them out and I think, oh, no one's going to see the label anyway, and I just put it on, and then you take it off in a restaurant and then you're like, oh my gosh, I've left the label in my coat. I know that I'm not the only person that does that, but anyway, it's still in there. I've worn this, but it is such a well-made coat, and this silhouette, this kind of like military trench coat vibe, is just absolute perfection, and the weight and the fabric that's been used on this is incredible. They did it in a number of different colours, but for me, a really good black coat in winter is something that you can throw on with an all black outfit or a mixture of really neutral tones, and it's going to look absolutely stunning. But also, if you do like a little bit more colour as well, black just goes with everything. It kind of frames everything perfectly. So I was very proud to have this particular piece in my edit with Karen Millen, the first one, and I have worn it so much. It's the perfect like midi length, and it just looks so structured and well put together, and you can honestly whack on a pair of jeans, a jumper, this coat and some boots, and you've got yourself one of the most chic but timeless outfits. But if you're not into black coats, or you want something slightly less structured, I guess this is a dressing gown coat that I picked up from TOWCESTER. Now, the really good thing about all of the pieces that I'm showing you today is that they are timeless. And the thing about timeless pieces, it means that you will usually find them for every single budget, which is, I think that's the really good thing about it. So if you're someone that's into TODs, then you can go and you can get yourself a slightly more expensive one, but dressing gown coats are a dime a dozen on the high street as well. So you are not restricted to shopping within my excess. There are some really great alternatives and items that will fit everyone's budget available on the high street. So this silhouette is something you will see quite a lot of, and this colour as well is not something that isn't seen on the high street or premium high street or luxury high-end couture. All of the bases are covered with timeless classic styles, and that is why I love them. This one is kind of like a hug in a coat, I would say. I reach for this when I have like an early morning and maybe I'm traveling down to London, or obviously that's in a post-COVID world or in a pre-COVID world. I just wrap myself up in this. It's so soft and it really sort of molds and manipulates to your body, and I feel warm, and I've got this big collar to like wrap around my neck, and the color, again, this is like a timeless coat. Do you know what this coat reminds me of as well? When I was younger, my nonno actually made my mum and I matching coats from this same like camel material in this exact same color, and if that coat was in a large size now, it would probably look just like this, and I would be able to wear it today because these colors and this silhouette is timeless. And I just find that these coats themselves make outfits. You can put on a cashmere jogger set and some trainers and whack this over the top, and you've got a really modern casual style. I didn't want to just show you stuff that you're going to be able to wear when life turns back to normal, but they will be items that you can still wear when life goes back to normal. So those coats or something similar will be linked in the description box down below. Moving swiftly on to my knitwear style of choice. Oh my goodness, is there ever anything more timeless than a cable knit style jumper? I mean, there just isn't. And underneath any outfit, it just adds a detail and draws the eye in and really kind of adds a sort of coziness to an outfit that I personally absolutely love. Have I gushed over this jumper enough? Probably not. And again, these pieces will be in a multitude of budgets. So just from this selection alone here, I have this one which I have been wearing non-stop. It is so nice and warm, and even though the fabric composition of this isn't the most luxurious in terms of quality, it is warm and it's cable knit and it's washable and it's easy to throw on. So I bought actually 2 of these. But if you're not the kind of person that likes to shop at places like H&M, there are so many cable knit jumper options that are made from better fabrics and more high quality fabrics. This particular one is more of like a mid-tier, I would say. This is the Holland Cooper cable knit jumper, which is, you can feel the difference in the quality. The weight of the fabric is just another level. It's also got a lot more detailing to it with these rivet like gold buttons, and I've worn this so much as well. In fact, this one needs to be dry cleaned. This one comes in an array of colours as well, so if you're not a cream cable knit kind of person, then that's okay, because you can usually find this style of jumper in loads and loads and loads of different colours, so you will be absolutely fine, I promise. But I will link a few options in the description box down below, but for me, these jumpers look great styled over leggings, which I know that I am wearing a lot of at the moment at home. You can also get jumper dress styles, which I'm in love with. Like, if you can find a cable knit jumper dress, you are winning at life. But also styled over leather trousers, tucked into suit trousers, skirts. I love them with an A-line skirt. So the possibilities really are endless with these ones. Next up, I've got a little bit of an accessory for you, because this really has been the year of warm toned bags for me, and I've seen my more warmer toned bags really come out again and elevate my outfits. And you may see a lovely warm toned bag here. I've fallen in love with them. They're my favorite thing to add to my outfit, to just add that sort of richness to them. And again, with this sort of more neutral color, this more classic color, you'll find them in a multitude of different price points and stores and qualities. And so I've got a few of them here for you. I like my bougie handbags. I like my expensive handbags, and that's something that I've always been like unapologetic for on this channel. However, there are so many great places that you can buy handbags if you are not into that just yet, or if you are looking to purchase your first one, maybe this one will help you. I have obviously recently purchased my Hermes Birkin 30, which is my pride and joy at this particular moment in time. However, when I featured this Carolina Herrera bag You guys went absolutely wild, and again, this colour is so classic, and with the gold detailing, if you happen to have purchased my Prada riding boots, this would go so well with it. Again, it comes in a multitude of styles. You can get crossbody, clutches, whatever, satchels, because there's also not just the tan version. I've got the iconic, like this is like my just dream winter bag. It is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis, and this bag, I mean, oh, it is such a classic silhouette. It is so sophisticated. I love the way it looks like a little kind of satchel bag, but then this more chocolatey tone to it really adds its own level of richness to an outfit. You guys have watched this bag come back time and time again. In fact, every year that I wear this bag, people are like, oh, I'm so happy to see it back. This is just one that I don't think I'll ever sell because it's timeless, and it's got to stay, hasn't it? Next up, we have a little bit of a predictable one, but hopefully I've covered hopefully I've covered a few bases with this one, because I personally have always loved these particular items, and what is with my vocabulary today? Whilst I'm not restricted to only wearing blazers, I do love a blazer. It's one of those items that you can throw on over absolutely anything, and you can make it look quite trendy, and you can make it look quite timeless, all within the same parameters of one jacket. Now, my style has somewhat changed a little bit, and maybe I don't necessarily reach for the Balmain jacket as much as I used to. It's still an item that I would never ever sell as part of my wardrobe. This draped over the shoulders of a dress, wearing it as a suit, it is such a beautiful and elevated statement piece, and it is still completely timeless and is very current and wearable today. It is not something that I find has dated in any way, shape or form. However, I am really loving this particular style of jacket at the moment, which has a more sort of like country aesthetic to it. I'm really just loving that particular style on the whole at the moment. Again, I find it quite timeless, with a lot of brands like Hermes and Gucci with equestrian style at the heart of their brands. You see a lot of influence from that coming through in both of those brands. That makes this particular style really timeless. So it's something that I've definitely been more attracted to and buying a lot more of recently. And so the blazers for this I've absolutely loved. I've absolutely loved wearing them, styling them up alongside riding boots and more neutral colours. And a blazer really is something that is going to work well now in our current climate, thrown over leggings with a jumper and some boots. It's comfortable, it's warm, and it's really great for layering as well. Just off this rack alone, this jacket styled underneath just adds another element and another dimension to this look, and I just think this look in particular is so beautiful. It's really good to have an oversized coat like this that you can just throw over a blazer when you need that extra layer of warmth, but also to give a new sort of dimension and change things up a little bit. So I've got a selection of blazers on there, but for me, blazers work no matter what season we're in, no matter what situation we're in. We're all kind of working a little bit, and sometimes you want to feel a little bit more put together as well. So I know that for me, a pair of leggings, a blazer and a lovely jumper is a win for me. Next up, we have, what do we have? I'm going to go on to the leggings, because I feel like I've mentioned leggings quite a lot, and I've got a little bit of a hack for you here as well. But leggings have really become such a huge part of my life since being in lockdown. I have diversified my legging wardrobe. So you'll see that there is this sort of khaki colour on here as well. I've also got a tan sort of, no, not tan, it's more of like a taupey beige colour, which are currently in the wash. Hopefully I'll be able to get some cutaways for you over here. But for me, leggings have been like the trousers that allow you to just live your life, because I don't want to feel restricted when I'm working from my laptop at home. Leggings give me that kind of freedom, okay? They let me go from office to watching Downton Abbey without even having to move, because I can just sit on my sofa and it's like, oh, 5 o'clock, close laptop, switch on, and we're good to go. So I've really diversified. Ooh, So I've really diversified my legging wardrobe recently, but I've still got my ever so classic leather leggings, because for me, if you've got a good pair of stretch leather leggings, they will instantly elevate all of these pieces. And so leather leggings, as always, absolute essential in my winter wardrobe. Now, for the hack, I have a pair of tights. Now, tights are a huge part of my winter wardrobe anyway. Like, I'm literally wearing tights right now. These are the control tights from Calcedonia, and personally, I haven't found better ones than these. I have a cat and I also have a dog. Both have tiny little needly claws and not one of them has managed to ladder a pair of these tights, no matter how much they jump up at me and want attention. So I found these to be absolutely brilliant. They're not indestructible, but they're brilliant and they last a really, really long time. Not just that, they also have control over your tummy area, so they help with flattening that area and also enhancing the booty. If anybody watched Vlogmas, you will have seen that I was wearing my tights the wrong way round and I was enhancing my tummy and flattening my bum. So make sure you are wearing them the right way. However, the little hack is, I often find, especially with the more cheaper leggings, this particular pair of khaki leggings, they're just from Pretty Little Thing, they cost about £20. I actually really liked the colour of them, but I knew that the moment I would put them on, I'd feel quite unsupported. I knew that I would need something a little bit more underneath. And also, in terms of the weather now, it's cold, okay? It is freezing. So I need an extra layer. So I actually pop a pair of my control tights underneath my leggings, and it just transforms them into wearable, comfortable, and I don't have to worry about like all of my bits that I don't want like accentuated. These are absolutely brilliant. So this little hack, I actually wear these under my leather leggings as well, so that even in leather leggings I often feel a little bit unsupported. So a pair of tights not just adds a little bit of warmth, but also adds a little bit of security, which I love. I personally, again, love more natural, neutral and wearable classic tones. You can't go wrong with black and you can't go wrong with beige, but the green I felt was really nice to go along with my more casual wardrobe. So I wear a lot of fleeces nowadays when I'm in the garden, because apparently this fashion lover also loves gardening. So I wanted to get these as well, because just because you love gardening doesn't mean you don't love fashion. And I'm going to leave that one there. That is my little hack on leggings. Now for an added little bit of warmth, I think that your underlayers are super, super important, because I am the coldest person on the face of the earth, okay? So me just wearing a jumper like this, I'm not going to be warm no matter how well it's made. I need something solid and warm underneath, and I am yet to find one better than these, because these are the Calcedonia, I think they're the cashmere mix ones, and these are from last season, I think. These are by far the best. Now they are incredibly sheer, but I'm actually grateful for that, because I don't wear these as tops on their own. These are my base layers. And it means that you don't get that like uncomfortable, bulky feeling. They almost feel like a second skin. And they just, for me, they're like an invisible layer of warmth that I can pop under anything. This neckline's really handy as well. I don't tend to wear V-necks, so this really sort of allows for whatever neckline I want to have. And they come in a multitude of like really neutral colours, perfect for my classic wardrobe style. So I wanted to give a nod to those as well, because I just find these the best. They're so soft, they wash really well, and I wish I had more in my wardrobe. In fact, I need to make an order. Now we have, oh, they're coming back. They were featured in my favourites of 2020 video, best and worst purchases. It's my Prada boots. I've also got my Hermes jumping boots as well. Riding boots for me are, again, like I said, with that equestrian nod from so many of the luxury brands, you cannot go wrong with a riding boot style. And if you get a really beautiful one, it's going to last you for years and years and years. Oh, I can't actually hold them up, they're so heavy. Oh. One of the things that the people told me at Hermes was that these just get better and better with age. The more you wear them, the better they look, and I am so excited for these to get a little bit more wear. I haven't actually been wearing them because I've been waiting for my bag, which I don't have just yet, but fingers crossed. It's on the cards. But riding boots for me are also a really great way to keep your legs warmer as well. I prefer a higher boot at this time of year, because usually my coats come down to about here and my boots come to about here, and it means that there's only a little bit that maybe isn't covered, and it just adds a little bit more warmth to it, but also they look so classic and so chic. So I wanted to shout out to the riding boot in my winter essentials. And then finally, this particular piece has been in my wardrobe for years and years. I think it's probably about 5 years. This is my Hobbes scarf, and this is like a charcoal grey. It's slightly oversized as well. It's a lot bigger and a lot thicker than most of my other scarves. And this is such a great piece for layering. It's great for throwing over your shoulders and belting and cinching in. It's great for wrapping around and really getting a good wrap. A good wrap. You need a good wrap, don't you? Oh, I love a good wrap. It's just, I just always think you need an oversized scarf and something that's got a nice amount of detailing to it. This has got a really great ribbing to it. It's got the tassels as well, as classic as you can possibly go. Even if you went for a bit of cable knit as well, there's something about a scarf that can really add something to an outfit. Even again, just throwing it over the shoulders of your coat can add a new dimension to your outfit. So I wanted to ensure that a big old scarf was getting a shout out in this video as well. Oh, I almost forgot this one. We've got one more accessory, just a quick one, because lots of you were so upset that it wasn't featured in my favourite of 2020, but my Alexander McQueen belt is definitely here, and hold your horses because I might have you covered if you didn't manage to get your hands on this particular belt. Waist belts, and I know that some people get annoyed by the fact that I like to cinch my life in, but waist belts for me are the one, okay? They are the one. I love them because I like to have a little bit of shape to me. I am not one of those cool girls that can throw on layer after layer after layer and feel amazing and look cool. I can't do it. I try, but it doesn't work. So I always look for something that will cinch me in and make me look a little bit more put together, and a waist belt is the answer to that. So I've got my Alexander McQueen one here. I'm just gonna pop this one down, which is a real kind of outfit maker. The moment that you add this to any dress, any jumper, any cardigan, you can even add it to coats. I often take the actual tie that comes with a coat off and I'll replace it with this belt. The elevation that comes to the outfit. You could easily do this with the most basic of outfits and the most affordable of outfits. Just adding a statement high-end belt is something that really does make all the difference. So I wanted to shout that one out. And one of my favourite belts of the moment is this one. This is the Kelly belt from Hermes. You can buy these online. I will link them in the description box down below. They are expensive, just like everything that Hermes is. But these are the most beautiful little tiny waist belts that I think I've ever seen. I wanted something that looks like a little lock like this and just be quite understated. And when I saw this to go with my boots and my bags, I thought they were absolutely perfect. So I got it in basically every single colour. I'm sure it won't be the last as well. But yeah, I just find that popping this over a cardigan, over your outfit, just really brings you in, makes me feel a lot more put together and a lot more comfortable as well. So shout out to all of the waist belts that I wear throughout winter because they see me through. But as mentioned, everything that I have featured in this video and worn in this video will be linked in the description box down below. I will break it down to outfits for you, and also I will list the items that I have on my rail so that you are able to shop those easier. Let me know if you would like to see one for spring that is incoming ever so fast. Oh my gosh, the veggies that I am gonna grow this year, you aren't ready for this, guys. Everything will be linked in the description box down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.